Yeah. And the racers are on their ways. And the start of the run is pretty much the setting up for the whole boss rush. And
yeah, first they're gonna go do the first. First they're gonna get the free coins from the Apple Dude, and they're gonna get more coins in the first run and gun level, which technically they don't have to do since it's just all bosses. All you have to do is kill the boss levels. But they're gonna get the coins from that level as well to buy 2 weapons. And this level itself is actually fairly simple. It's just a run and gun level. You just go through it without dying. But we're gonna see one. Hopefully, we're gonna see one pretty interesting glitch later on. Do you want to explain that? Yeah, Orangepuddingz and Wellisso, it looks like they're fairly evenly matched. And they're trying to get... sadly, none of them got the acorn skip, which would have involved them clipping through the like cliff to get below the acorn machine. Here they both had to destroy it, which takes longer.
Yeah, definitely still the best way to do the level is to do it without any deaths, because that's the biggest time loss, and players have to keep that in mind in race setting. And now they are both heading to the shop, where there's also a glitch. You can actually close the shop and buy the both weapons on the same frame, or you can exit the shop and buy the first weapon at the same frame, and while you are exiting the shop you can buy the other weapon you are going to buy. And we saw Wellisso actually kind of missing that glitch there, and he had to re-enter the shop, which is going to cost him a little time, and that gives Orangepuddingz the lead in this race.
Yeah, it's still pretty early though, so you could see a lot of things could still happen. But this current fight they're on right now is pretty simple, so they're both gonna get it. Or well, Orangepuddingz already done. Nice short fight as well. And then we'll see the next fight could actually already change things up a little bit, because they're the frog boss. They have two different patterns they could do, and one of them is faster than the other. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Yeah, exactly. Orangepuddingz actually got the fast pattern.
Yeah,
like there's two different attacks the frogs can do on the start of the fight, and if you get those flies first, it's the better pattern. You can... It is just generally faster than the other pattern. That's all about it. Wellisso also got that. Orangepuddingz has, I think, 2 health, and Wellisso is actually on 1 HP, so he has to really watch out.
It's interesting, Wellisso actually got the phase skip that Orangepuddingz missed there. So if he manages to live, this will be faster for Wellisso.
Yeah, that's one thing about that fast pattern. Oh, nice clutch from Wellisso right there.
Yeah,
he does that very nicely. Both getting the knockout, so race is still very close.
Yeah, both racers are definitely still pretty neck and neck there in aisle 1, and I think the next boss, Goopy, they're both likely not gonna have issues with that one either, since it's a fairly optimized boss fight, not too hard. And I think it's worth mentioning that the reason they have so many projectiles coming out, like they're using 2 weapons at the same time basically by switching very quickly between them. The 2 cooldowns that the weapons have, they don't affect each other, so essentially you can just shoot both at the same time, having practically double damage.
Yes.
Which is the one big difference between Legacy patch and current patch.
Yeah, it's definitely the biggest major difference between the patches for speedrunning them. Both players having, well, I would say kinda suboptimal Goopy fight. Wellisso with 25-second fight and Orangepuddingz with 23-second fight. Pretty much the optimal time for a run is 21, which is very reasonable time to get, but still a very good time. You can have problems with that boss as well, even though it should be very easy.
Yeah, absolutely. The jumping can sometimes catch you off, and then if you miss a couple of shots, that would be a time loss.
Yeah. And this level is probably the most interesting level on this island. There's a very big skip on this boss fight, and you need to have very precise setup for it. Let's see if Wellisso or Orangepuddingz will nail that skip. That's unfortunate. Wellisso actually misses it, and Orangepuddingz misses it.
Yeah,
so we won't be seeing the Hilda skip in this run.
Yeah. It is the first flying level as well, but this one's different to all the other ones because later on they get a second weapon for the plane phase as well. And we'll see later on you can do a different version of the weapon skip glitch in the flying levels as well, which I think we'll explain later on.
Yep. So you don't have to fight this final phase if you get that skip we were talking about. So that saves you a bunch of time. The biggest time save with that skip is actually the fact that when Hilda is transitioning to that final phase, even though you can build EX cards during that time, you won't do any damage to her. But if you get the skip, you can do damage to her constantly. Or, you know. But that was the Hildeberg boss fight, and now both players clearing that level are moving to the Cagney Carnation, which is the final boss fight of the Isle 1. Nothing really special here. You just have to look out for those dashes so that you don't miss that many shots. And if you really want to optimize your damage in this level, you want to swing those roundabout EXs by hopping around in a correct rhythm.
Yeah, sometimes maybe dodging a couple of hits might be a little hectic in this fight, depending a little on RNG and stuff, but both these runners not really having problems with it, clearing it.
Yeah.
Wellisso had 27, I believe. Orangepuddingz 26. They're still very evenly matched, both the runners here exiting Isle 1.
Yeah, definitely. Moving on to some more RNG dependent boss fights in Isle 2. The players are going to fight. I think they both are going to fight Baroness 1 Bonbon first. They both are very optimized runners. They are taking the best throws possible. Oh. Wellisso actually taking out a little funny hit right there. Yeah, go ahead, April.
There used to be a different route in Isle 2 that it loses 4 seconds compared to this one we do right now. But as you said, both these runners are going for optimization.
Both of the runners get the Jawbreaker mini-boss, and it's definitely the worst mini-boss in this boss fight. It's very easy, but the death animation takes a lot of time. Wellisso with the 41-second boss fight, which is definitely not the best time in that boss fight. I believe Wellisso is not really happy with himself because of that fight.
Fast 35 there.
Yeah, he definitely will catch up now.
Yep. Here we see both of the players got the second airplane weapon from the little bullet-looking guy. Now they're gonna go. We're gonna see that weapon switch glitch in action. The airplane one. You can see they're not really. Well, I guess you can't see it, but they're not really mashing the button anymore to switch the weapons. They're doing it more rhythmically. You have to do it. You have to time it correctly with the cooldown of the bomb weapon. But doing this, it still allows them to do like all of the damage of both the weapons at the same time.
Okay, one thing to mention here is that both players actually kind of failed that first phase of Wally Warbles, which is the name of this boss, because if you get him stuck on the second phase on the top of the screen, you're going to have some trouble because you have to back off from the feather stream.
Yeah, and I'd just like to mention earlier they did a small pause between this last between the second to last phase and the last phase. That's like a pause buffer, and it made the last phase show up faster than it would normally. If anyone was
I really gotta say that Orangepuddingz had a huge clutch right there.
Yeah, absolutely. They both had 1 HP.
I was just waiting for him to die right there.
It definitely happens.
Nice
I think the last tournament that was streamed, or the last race that was streamed, that had a bunch of deaths on Wally Warbles.
Yeah.
I may or may not have been in that one and died. I know how it feels. On to the next fight. Another plane fight, of course. And this one also has an interesting glitch, an interesting phase skip. Or no, a freeze, I mean. We'll see both the runners probably doing enough damage to freeze the boss in the upcoming phase, allowing them to do damage and not get slowed down by a phase transition, which would happen. It's a little bit dangerous though, because you can get hit by these little mummy guys that come out of the sarcophagus. We can see Orangepuddingz there going backwards a little bit, playing a little safer.
Yeah, most of the time when you are doing some regular speedruns, you just want to play YOLO and just hope that you won't get hit by those guys. But as you can see, when you get hit by them during a race, you kind of want to play safe. And it's definitely a time loss. Both players actually had to play really safe here, getting over 1 minute boss fight. Something like a 52 second fight is the best, one of the best times you can get there. So yeah, moving on to the next boss fight. This boss fight also has a similar freeze to the last one. You can freeze Peppy the Clown in his second phase completely. So you skip every single pace after that if you
retries. Sorry, but also just retry because he didn't get the freeze. It's similar to the similar to Jimmy, in that you have to do enough damage in the first phase to kill the next phase as well, and then the whole fight kind of glitches out, and you get this beautiful mess that we see on screen right now.
So, if Wellisso will now get the kill right here, as I think he will, we'll put him on something like a 50 second, it will put Orangepuddingz on a 50 second lead, because Wellisso had to retry that fight after he missed the skip. And last boss fight of the Isle 2, I mean, is the green matchstick which Orangepuddingz just entered. It also has this kind of a freeze, which is again very similar to the last two freezes the players did in this run. So you can freeze the Grim in the next phase he will enter, right here, Orangepuddingz not getting that freeze, so oh,
Oh,
that's
unfortunately,
really unfortunate.
I was about to say the freeze doesn't actually save that much time, but it makes the fight a lot easier. Or yeah, the freeze makes the fight a lot easier, and that's why Orangepuddingz are died trying to avoid all the damage.
Yeah, if you have to fight the Grim on that last pace, and definitely, especially if you're on low health, you can have some trouble. Like if you can see those cloud platforms on that fight, like if you are not lucky enough, you can get hit easily.
Yeah, I think this allowed Wellisso to really catch up or maybe even overtake. I think he might be ahead of Orangepuddingz right now by a little bit due to that death earlier.
Yeah, Wellisso entering the aisle 3 with the time of 14:27, and Orangepuddingz, we will get his time pretty soon. Wellisso fighting the first boss fight of the aisle 3 here. Orangepuddingz about 6 seconds behind Wellisso right here. Not that far behind.
Yeah, still an extremely close race.
Yeah, extremely close. You rarely see these kind of races, especially in this category.
Orangepuddingz could make up a little time here if he gets favorable RNG with the B attack coming from the middle instead of the sides, but
He gets it!
It actually happens, there you go. It's quite a rare sight. If anyone's been seeing any of the other races on Speed Gaming, we've been keeping track, or well, I believe Luigi's been keeping track of all of the RNG, because it should be 33%,
yeah,
but a lot of times it feels
he also gets the quick kill, actually. Sorry about...
And yeah, it'll allow him to save a little bit of time. Still on Wellisso's heels. They must be really like neck and neck now.
Good game for us. Well done. You're up.
And now it's time for Call, which is a very interesting fight because it has another glitch, which I think I'm gonna let Wellisso finish so you can see it because it's quite a sight. And oh, sadly he doesn't get it. Well, if he did get it there, the boss would have died as he hit the little heart with the correct EX, but he miscalculated the damage.
Yeah, the setup for this glitch is very precise, but now Wellisso nails it.
Yeah, there you go. It's a very short fight this way. Actually makes it faster
to retry as well. So if Orangepuddingz actually got that, it would have put him on the lead.
Yeah, and it's still an extremely close race. Let's see if he does it this time.
Oh no, this is going to be close. He gets it.
He does it.
Nice.
It's actually amazing. It's coming down to the last couple of bosses in aisle 3 now. They're about halfway done, I suppose.
I will briefly describe what happens in that glitch. So your EX does weirdly does some extra damage on that heart of the robot, so he dies on that first pace. You don't have to fight the last 2 paces at all. So that's about it for now. Both players fighting Sally's stage play, which doesn't really... Sally doesn't really have that much glitches.
Yeah,
you can
only
see
an off-screen
players...
hitbox.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a pretty standard fight otherwise.
So we can see
relatively easy as well, but sometimes it can catch you off guard if you're not prepared. But you can see the players jumping up there, hitting an off-screen hitbox, allowing to do a couple more damage that they wouldn't normally do.
Yes. Wellisso with the 46-second fight. That is something, definitely. Again, not exactly the best time you can get, but he gets the job done. Let's see if Orangepuddingz did a little better. 44-second fight.
Still such an extremely close race here. I think the fights that might like make a bit of a difference here is Captain Brinybeard, because of the RNG and it's a relatively tough race. Maybe could make them do some mistakes. I think the train as well is a little tough sometimes.
Yeah, and of course Calamaria. At least for me, I think it's a really difficult boss fight.
And then of course we have King Dice as well. Can be tough if you don't get any extra HP. You might have to like play safe there, but we'll see that later on.
Talking about this boss fight, both players are okay. Wellisso actually already cleared it, but Werner Werman, which is this boss, it's very simple. You don't really have to worry about anything in this boss fight. You just damage him and dodge a little, and then you kill the boss. You don't really have to worry about hitting your shots and stuff like that. Whereas in Brinybeard fight, you need to worry about hitting your shots, and you have to dodge a lot.
Yeah.
If you get like really bad RNG. Okay, Wellisso actually gets a really nice pattern, and let's see what Orangepuddingz gets. Okay, never mind. Wellisso actually got a really nice pattern, but unfortunately he got that third attack. So he's going to lose some time over Orangepuddingz if Orangepuddingz gets a better fight. Okay, Orangepuddingz got the same RNG actually.
I don't think we've mentioned that this is actually a loadless time race. So even though it seems like Wellisso is ahead of Orangepuddingz right now, you need to keep an eye out on the time, not the sync, the screens, because they're not perfectly in sync.
Yeah, we can actually check the time right here. Wellisso was a little over 20 minutes when he started moving from the Brinybeard fight. So Orangepuddingz is just a few seconds ahead, I think. Yeah. This is a very close race, indeed.
Yeah, extremely close race here. Let's see if Wellisso manages to get a good fight on Calamaria. Orangepuddingz as well. It's quite interesting to see. Like I haven't seen that many races that are this close in aisle 3. We're here basically looking at both the Calamaria fights almost in sync. It's quite exciting.
It's definitely quite exciting. Wellisso, I think he decided to play it quite safe. I'm not completely sure how risky he is used to playing in this fight. He gets a 49-second fight, and yeah,
that's a bit of a slower fight, so he must have been playing a little safer, definitely. We'll see how Orangepuddingz does right now shortly.
49 as well.
49, wow. That's incredible, actually. Alright, we have another very tough fight coming up here. This one can really be a pain, because if you die towards the end of the fight, you've lost loads of time. So it'll be interesting to see how they decide to do this one. If they play it safe or not.
I think this is actually one of the longest fights in the run.
Yeah.
And final phase deaths are not that rare sight in this category, so there can be some kind of difference here.
Yeah, I find this fight really wears you down, because all of the phases are, well, maybe except the first one, can be a little tough with all of the stuff happening around you. You've got pumpkins, the normal attacks. So like it's not that rare to be at 1 HP in the final phase, which is very tricky. You can really get hit by those little fires. But Wellisso makes it with 2 HP to spare. And Orangepuddingz is also making it to the last phase with 3 HP, so odds are he is gonna finish this one as well.
Wellisso has a nice fight. Not the perfect
Yeah,
fight
1-minute
again,
fight.
but
Orangepuddingz is done as
pretty
well.
good fight as like yeah. Wellisso exiting the fight in about 23 minutes. 23-minute mark.
Orange got a 58-second fight there, so a bit faster. It could come down to the final fight on the devil. It honestly could. Of course, King Dice could really throw a wrench into their plans here. We'll see how they do with that one.
Okay, I didn't see the middle hearts for Wellisso, but I think he got no hearts. So
Oh yeah, I didn't see
that
that.
instantly puts him on a... He might need to play safe, and yeah, he instantly takes a hit on the first mini-boss, which is not really that good. So
Orange got an extra HP here on the chips, but I don't think he has any more after that. So that's pretty good for him. If he manages to keep that HP, he's gonna have a really easy time in the last phase of King Dice with 3 HP, but actually he gets hit there, so now he's gonna have to watch out for that. Ideally you have like 3 HP in the last phase, so you can really just not care about any damage and go for King Dice's face.
yeah, and one thing that also optimizes the fight a bit is not parrying at all. And if you have 2 HP, you can actually manage the final phase without parrying anything. But it's very tricky, and it takes really good nerves to go for it. I have to say that. Now we see a very interesting mini-boss fight, the monkey. You can send him off screen, out of the bounds, and instantly kill him. Let's see if Wellisso gets the trick. He gets it.
Yeah, first try there.
That's quite something.
As well.
If Orangepuddingz also first tries it, I think it's Orangepuddingz is going to be on a lead, leading to the devil fight, but...
Oh, but he misses the glitch, actually, for first try. He's gonna try again now.
I think he got it now. No!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. That must have been extremely close there, because it looked like he did it.
Wellisso clears the fight, and he moves on to the devil.
Oh, and now Orangepuddingz misses it a 3rd time, actually. This is gonna give Wellisso a really big lead here going into the last fight.
Okay,
Orangepuddingz finally got it.
Oh man. I really feel bad for Orangepuddingz.
Yeah, this must feel horrible. And he must be really nervous right now as well, because he's under a ton of pressure.
Definitely. Wellisso making some progress in the devil fight. He actually takes a 1 hit in the first phase.
Yeah, here he got the spider attack, which is a bit slower than what you'd like, but it's not really going to be enough to make up for the time loss that Orange has now, I don't think.
Wellisso enters the final phase with 2 HP, which is not too bad. Okay, he actually takes a hit, which...
This could still be close.
Interesting.
Let's see how he does here.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
This is the...
This race just got a lot more interesting.
This is the race of the year.
This is insane.
Oh, let's see how Orangepuddingz handles this. This is definitely not over. We have seen tons of plot twists in this race. Orangepuddingz takes a hit in the first phase of the devil fight as well. Wellisso is on 1 HP right now on the first phase. Oh,
Oh my god,
Orange-
they're both on 1 HP
Orangepuddingz
going into the last phase. And Orangepuddingz actually did a little pause buffer as well there. Worth mentioning, but I think we're all just waiting to see what happens now. Both of them on 1 HP, anything could happen here.
looks like Wellisso. He's going to get the
Well,
knockout.
finishes, but
And
it's
Orangepuddingz
not-
finishes as well, and he's the winner of this race.
yeah, there we go. Unfortunately for Wellisso, that death really cost him the whole race here, which was close all the way up until, well, all the way up until the end, really. This
Yeah.
insane race, really. I don't think we had a race this close in the tournament. I'm pretty sure we haven't. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it was.
I
it was
wouldn't
really
be surprised
close.
if we didn't till the end, because that was insane. The only way it could be better is if nobody died right till the end. It was all down to execution. This was almost the perfect race here.
Definitely. Let's see if we can get some like Wellisso or Orangepuddingz for a little interview or thoughts here. Yeah, they are on another voice channel. I'll ask them.
As we said at the start, I mean, both of these players were very close in the leaderboards, really. And, well, we saw this race. It was incredible. Close here as well.
Yeah, I was really expecting a close race, and we definitely got a close race. And a good one.
And it goes to show you can't just assume that whoever has the better PB will win. Even though that is what happened. It was close all the way to the end, and anyone could have won there. Or either one.
Yeah, it was Wellisso's game until he died on the devil. But I really gotta like admire this race. Like Orangepuddingz, I think he was on a lead going to King Dice, but then he fell behind because of the monkey glitch. But
yeah,
then
I think it really got into his head as well.
And then again in the devil fight, Puddingz caught up when Wellisso died.
Yeah, and remember he was on 1 HP as well on the last phase, so it could have easily happened that Orange died on the devil as well, and maybe also could have won.
Oh man. We need to see more races like this in this tournament, and I really believe we will see some races that are as close as this. Hopefully.
And we're just waiting right now to see if we get an interview. Either of them.
I'm gonna quickly send a message to them both.
Oh,
Hello,
Orange.
Orange
Congratulations
Puddingz,
on the win, and GG.
Thanks.
GG.
That run sucks so bad.
But
Oh,
did
yeah.
you know that? Well, in my opinion, this was the best race in the tournament so far.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely.
it was close. I knew that, dude. That Wally fight. Oh my god. I don't know if you saw when I was like dodging under the bird.
Yeah,
That was so
Yeah.
scary.
I was really just. I was seriously just waiting for you to die right there, but I gotta shout you out for that clutch. It was insane.
Yeah, it was an extremely close race, actually. Wellisso could have actually taken the win, but right there at the very end, he actually died to the devil.
Yeah, dude. That monkey choke. Like I was like, it's over, dude. But yeah.
Yeah, like I always say, anything could happen in a race.
Yeah, it really sucks. Like, I really don't know how to back it up. Like if he's going fast, like I don't know when I should do it. So I was just kind of winging it, and it didn't really work.
So how do you feel about like your run in general? You said you didn't like it.
Yeah, I think it was pretty bad. Like just from the start, like I didn't even get acorn skip, and then I missed like a frog cycle, and I lost like 8 seconds there. I was just like really nervous, so I was playing pretty bad. I got 2 golds though. I got a gold on Beppy and on the bee.
Well, that's definitely something.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, this category is very tough to race for some reason.
Yeah.
Do you agree with me?
There's a lot of like really tricky stuff that just, yeah, it's just really hard. There's a lot of things you can choke on.
Yeah, definitely.
We have Wellisso here as well. So,
Hello.
to you. Hello.
Well, thanks, I guess.
Hey, man, it was a close race. So, I mean, how do you feel about your run? Well, went.
To be really honest, not great at all. Like right from the start, it was a clown fiesta. Like there were so many, well, maybe not big mistakes, but so many small mistakes. And well, I think the only good thing about this was I got a gold split in matchstick, so yay. But I was shaking the whole time. It felt like Orangepuddingz was in my neck, breathing, and I just wanted to go fast, and somehow I jinxed it at the end in the devil, where I don't know how exactly. I think it's wrong movement by me because the chip was really, really strange.
Yeah, man, I almost died too. Like I dashed into the skeleton like an idiot before I went to the last phase.
Gosh damn it, eh? That hurts. But well, I have to say, GG was awesome.
GG.
Yeah, GG to both of you guys. Like, you really did a fantastic job right here, even though it might have seemed like an awkward run for both of you guys, but you really.
Yeah.
I recommend you. I definitely recommend you both watch it back, because if you thought you were nervous playing, trust me, it's nerve-wracking watching as well.
Yeah.
It was so
Nice.
close.
I hope you had at least much fun while commentating, of course.
Yeah, we definitely had fun. And well, now looking forward to the tournament. So you are actually facing CSI APOC next.
Oh, who's that?
So yeah, it's some weird guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Weird guy.
I think that guy's gonna have to practice a lot.
Yeah.
What
are your thoughts about that race?
To be honest, I didn't watch a lot of his speedrun, so at the moment I have no clue which times he gets, how much opponent he's for me. But I have to be honest, like I don't really care which enemy's going, because I have to work on my progress. Like I come back to that category, I guess, some 2 weeks ago, and I Witness or Sublime and Alfredo helping me because my weapons weapon switch weapon. God damn it! Weapon switching. I don't come to the right term. It was way too slow. Like lost one or two roundabouts each pattern, so I had to change every of my configuration so that I can swap my weapons a little bit faster. And I'm still not practiced. Like I figured out, even in stress situations like this race, I messed up some buttons, and yeah, I have to work on that, getting consistent.
Yeah. Thanks for your thoughts, Wellisso. The configuration settings changes are definitely something that are very awkward. Like if you are used to certain settings, and I can agree on that. That on a race setting, you're like, at least my mashing, it gets somehow worse than usual. So there's that. Yeah, Orangepuddingz. You are facing Yukari. How do you feel about that match? And your general thoughts about the rest of the tournament.
I feel like Yukari's my boy, but I'm gonna have to put him down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man's gotta win.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we are very near to the end of this great stream. And about the next Cuphead races on Speed Gaming, we are going to be seeing a race between Kirtar and Teddy Raz on this Sunday at 3 PM EDT, so mark that to your calendars. And yeah, next races are on the next week, and so on.
Yeah, we're slowly making it through all of the round ones, all of the round one races,
Yes.
and then we'll see how everyone's standing after that. Still got the group stages right now.
Well, that was fun. Thanks for commentating and thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for
And
playing.
Thanks a lot, dudes. Thanks.
yeah, GG everyone. And
GG.
thank you CSI APOC for doing this commentary with me, even if it was
thank
like a really like you were called here pretty late, right?
Oh yeah, and this is actually my first time commentating, so thank you for kind of taking the reins.
Yeah,
It was definitely fun though. Enjoyed it.
definitely. But yeah, I'm Kaleva, and my partner was CSI APOC here, and I think we will call this stream off right now. See you later,
Bye.
everyone.
Good evening.